A very good morning, children. Today in the morning, we discussed with the rest part of the chapter in the Zoom class. But if you have missed something, then you can go carefully and you can concentrate in this video. As you all know, in the last class, in the last video, I discussed about the different categories of foods and the different categories of food contain different nutrients, and we have to eat all the kinds of nutrients in correct amount, in right amount, yes, in order to get a strong and healthy body. So to get all the kinds of nutrients including water and roughage, everything needs to be in a proper manner, in a balanced manner. Okay, so we have to maintain a proper diet containing all the nutrients in a balanced manner, and that is called a balanced diet. So what is a balanced diet? A diet that contains all kinds of nutrients in a right amount including water and roughage is called a balanced diet. We should follow the balanced diet every day so that we can get all the nutrients in right amount, which is very important for us in order to build a strong and healthy body. But you all might be thinking that how we will select a balanced diet, how we will select this kind of food. Children, to make it more and more easier, balanced diet have made its own categories, had made its own charts. Number one category is your cereal group. As you all know, what are cereals? Cereals are the like your rice, chawal, the grains and chapati which you eat, then your bread, noodles which contain carbohydrates and minerals comes under the cereal group. What are they? Rice, chapati, noodles, bread. Then what all comes under carbohydrates and minerals? What all comes? Yes, your wheat, then your potato and sugar, these all comes under your cereal group. The next group is your vegetable and fruit group. As the name says, the second is your fruits and vegetables. You have to take all the kinds of fruits and seasonal vegetables which contains vitamins, minerals and carbohydrates in them. Okay, like for example banana contains carbohydrates, yes, and there are some certain fruits and vegetables which contains vitamins and minerals. So the second category was the vegetable and fruit group. Third category is your milk group, means all the dairy products containing proteins, fats, minerals, for example your curd, cheese, milk. Okay, so these all comes under your milk category or milk group. The fourth category and the last group is your protein group, containing all the protein food items. What are those protein food? Chicken, eggs, pulses, fish, meat, nuts. Okay, these are all proteins and fats category. So the four groups are cereal group, vegetable and fruit group, milk group and protein group. All these group contains all kinds of nutrients in a balanced manner. Okay, along with that we should also eat small amount of fats, because what is the work of fats? It store energy for later use and it also keep our body warm. So this is all about the balanced diet which we must maintain in our diet every day. Children, as you all know, we eat different kinds of food in order to get different nutrients from them. And it is very important to include all the nutrients in our diet in order to stay fit, strong and healthy. But because of our carelessness or because of lack of knowledge, there are certain nutrients which are lost because of accepting wrong methods of either cooking or storing food. Sometimes what we do, that we overcook any food. But do you know that overcooking destroys the nutrients which is present in the food? Also, we know that washing fruits and vegetables before eating is very good habit, but we also wash them after cutting and slicing. At that time, washing the fruits and vegetables is not good because it destroys and removes the nutrients which is present in it. Similarly, if we keep any fruits, vegetables or cooked food outside for a long time, it start to smell. After that, it start becoming rotten. Okay? Then what we do? We immediately keep it inside the fridge. Okay? Otherwise, it will start smelling bad. And slowly and slowly, germs, bacteria and molds will start growing on them, and later on that food will become poison. Once we will eat that food, it will be food poisoning. It will create many kinds of diseases inside our stomach. Now children, you will be thinking, what is mold? Children, if you have seen a bread, okay, you all eat bread. If we keep the bread outside or for a long period of time, for long period of days, months, then small white or green substance will start growing on the bread. That is mold. Okay, it's a kind of fungus. Okay, so these are the small things which we just don't know and which we are unaware to protect our food from such kinds of germs and bacteria. And also, because of this carelessness, our nutrients are also lost from the food. Therefore, we have to store the food. For that, we need to preserve the food. We need to preserve the nutrients which is present in the food. So, here are certain methods of preserving the food, preserving the nutrients present in the food. The first and very easy method is to store the food in the refrigerator. Another one is your dehydration. What is dehydration? Dehydration is to remove the water and store it dry for long, which we can use for a longer period of time. For example, your peas. Okay, as you know, peas are available only during winter season, but the stored peas you can use throughout the year because they are dehydrated. Next is sweetening. Sweetening is a process in which we add extra sugar and or sugar syrup to make jams or jellies and other preservatives in order to store it for a longer period of time. Another method is salting, means adding salt to store it, because in some food we can add salt and we can store it for many days. For example, your non-veg like fishes or prawns, if we can add salt and can store for long period of time, then that they can be stored easily. Next is your canning, canning, means to preserve the baked items in a can, like some fruits or some kind of baked beans, okay, some kind of other sweetening items, sweet items which we can store in can. That is called canning, in which in which the air cannot pass and it will be stored in an airtight container. That is canning. Next is pickling. As you all know, the name says pickle. Okay, we used to store the pickle in a jar where the air or moisture cannot enter and cannot destroy the pickle. Last but not the least is adding preservatives like vinegar or oil to the food. Vinegar or oil, addition of vinegar or oil will make the food to store for a longer period of time. So these are the simple methods or some few methods of preserving the nutrients in the food without destroying them, without spoiling them. Okay, if we will not add any preservatives, then the nutrients which is present in the food can spoil and can destroy, and that food can become poison. So that's why we add preservative methods, and that's why we use to preserve the food. Okay, I hope you understood. We will again meet in the next class. Till then, just go through the video and be ready for the worksheet.